Good morning and welcome back to Margin. This morning we're going to go over the essentials overview. So let's jump right into it. So over the last year or so, we have heard a lot about what is essential and what is not. As humans, we innately need very little to survive. But how often do we actually think we need far more than we actually do? So it may be the quality of life we experience, whereas wants have become needs. Maybe it's the status quo that has been developed or maintained. Maybe it is keeping up with the Joneses or the Kardashians or someone else, or simply just believing that we deserve to have certain things in life. Now, whatever your thought process is, it's important to actually look at what is essential, not only from a standpoint of the basics that you need to survive, but the essentials from a standpoint of what's essential to you. Now, there's a personal finance personality that I've talked a lot about. His name's Dave Ramsey, who refers to these essentials as the four walls, those being food, shelter, clothing, and transportation. So those four components are what he defines as the baseline. Now, looking at how you define what your essentials are, in turn, then budgeting for those aspects that are essential to you, you will then be able to prioritize what it is that truly matters most to you. Now, the question is, what is actually essential to you? So you may be thinking of healthcare, you may be thinking of your rights, you may be thinking of clean water, or you may be thinking of a number of other things, and you may be right. But many are immediately thinking of food from a grocery store, maybe restaurant meals, or your car for transportation, maybe clothing, or where you actually live, the subscriptions that you have, or your phone, high-speed internet, or storage for all the stuff that you thought you needed. And then there are some who are thinking about their peace of mind. They're thinking about their freedom of time, and they're thinking about their enjoyment of life, or unfortunately, maybe thinking about the lack of all of those, leading them to really redefine what they actually need. You see, what is essential is going to vary from person to person and will be defined differently based upon who you talk to. So we can all agree that there are basic needs of oxygen, water, food, clothing, but when these are all covered, what then comes next? So as we go through this theme on defining and planning for what's essential in your specific life, start by thinking about what your needs are and then what you want based on the lifestyle that you either lead or you want to lead in the future. So my call to action today is to briefly think about what your needs are, whether you adequately plan for those needs or if you wing it. If you have a plan to spend or a budget that you currently abide by, and if you do, maybe you start by reviewing the items that landed on that budget in the first place to get a better idea of what is priority to you. So what do you actually plan for? And probably more importantly, how do you need to then adjust your life based on that specifically? If this information is helpful to you, please do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're reminded to come back on a daily basis and improve in managing your personal finances. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.